Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Cashapp LaShaWright, and I'm back with another video. And guys, you should never compare your journey to somebody else's. You should never compare your relationship to somebody else's. You should never compare yourself as an individual to somebody else, because you're entirely different as a person. Everything you are, everything you want, everything you plan to be, everything that you envision for yourself is entirely different than that individual beside you, or that individual that you see on TikTok, or that individual you see on your phone when you're scrolling down on Facebook. You cannot compare your life's happiness, your life's hope, your life's standards, your life's anything around somebody else's, simply because you don't really know the full reality of that. It's like people who say that the grass is greener on the other side. You don't really know that the grass is truly greener on the other side. What if the grass is truly green on the other side, but once you get over there, you experience the worst of the worst, and it makes you even worse than you are, puts you in a worse predicament than you are in, because you believe that what was over there was far more better than what you have now. That's the problem with us as humans. You often look out, comparing your journey, comparing your life, comparing your relationships, and saying, oh, I want this, I want that, I want what they have, I want what you have. But what about what you have already? What about what it is you actually want, and not just what you see that other people have? A lot of people want things because they see other people have them. But that doesn't mean that it's conclusive or conducive to you or beneficial for you at all. A lot of people don't really know what they want. They just see other people have things, and then they say they want it too. That's not healthy if you don't know what you want. If you don't know how something is good for you. If you don't know the conditions of those things that you accept, those decisions, and how those decisions affect you. The biggest thing that I really don't like about human nature is people comparing their lives to others, people changing themselves for others, and people not being themselves to fit in. Comparing your journey when people have totally different individual journeys, so many different experiences that we're all here to learn. We're not all here to learn the same lessons, though sometimes we may experience some of the same lessons. We're not all here to learn the same things, right? We may at one point come to this understanding of learning something that somebody else once learned. Then someone else may teach us some of the things that they learned from their experiences, and we can teach what we learned from our experience because we experience the same things. There is a lot of commonality in the world, a lot of things that we have like in mind, but our minds are not the same. Yeah, you can have open-mindedness. Every individual around the world can be open-minded. That doesn't mean you openly are the same individual. It just means you have the ability to accept different things and accept change gladly. Being able to adapt to a new world and a new way of doing things is proficient behavior and most acceptable. But being somebody who compares themselves to others, not being confident in themselves, being somebody who just wants to fit in, so you're not really yourself ever. You don't really know who you are. A lot of people in the world right now don't know who they are. Don't know what they want. Don't know how to make decisions. Don't know how to do a lot of things because people have always been doing things for them. That is not acceptable. Now, for some people, that might be okay. They might be used to it. They might be comfortable with it. But we must not live in the comfortableness of our lives. We must go to the uncomfortableness, because that's where growth lies. That's what growth is. Be somebody who is proud of their journey, accepts where they are, but also improves so they can go forward. Be somebody who is always about changing and accepting to be able to adapt, but don't get complacent or consistently stuck in one place. If you're not growing somewhere, then it's time to move on. That's the reality of it. Move on where you don't grow. Don't stay stagnant. Don't compare your life. Don't work to fit in. And don't change who you are for other people. Just be yourself.